So my friend, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. This is the sixth part of our economic ideas, which is social justice. In my previous blog, I already mentioned the mistakes of communism ideology. Now in this topic is on appreciation of communism ideology, especially on social justice in democratic view of governance. In the past history, to carry out perceived justice, religion carry out religious genocide and rude communistic ideology carried out also and perform political genocide as well in the name of social justice. What is I'll review about genocide: the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Nowadays, most countries of the world do not want to apply this genocide method in defeating perceived enemies. And that's why there's what called Geneva Convention. I will focus now on this video the appreciation of communism ideology on social justice. So before communism, the capitalism and mercantilism in economies existed in that time. Those at that time, social justice in Europe is almost nil, none. Workers and in industries are overworked, like 14 hours a day, no many holidays, no overtime, underpay, no medical insurance, no job security and tenure, no retirement plan, and so on. So during the rise of communism ideology, a lot of reformation in the economy took place, including our topic today, social justice for the workers. We call it proletariat. So I will make use of my country to give an example. So in Philippines in particular, what reformation took place in our government. So the socialism idea concept initiated by Karl Marx and other contributing factors is slowly evolving in our political and economic spheres and took shape in various government agencies, which I will mention now. So if it requires social justice between the landowners, which the communists said bourgeois, and the tenant proletariat, we have DAR, Department of Government. What is DAR? Department of Agrarian Reform. They are responsible to carry out social justice due to disputes between landowners and tenants. So no need to use brute force to settle disputes. Which I've said not in the capitalist system in those old times, in the Karl Marx time. Second, if it requires social justice between landowners again and tenant to have a property to be owned, we have LRA or ROD. LRA, Land Registration Authority, and Register of Deeds, ROD. So they are responsible to carry out social justice due to disputes between landowners and tenants on land titles. They will provide certificates of land ownership, award, CLOAs, and emancipation patents, EPs, are documents evidencing ownership of land granted or awarded to beneficiaries by Department of Agrarian Reform. So no need to use brute force to settle disputes in acquiring land ownership. Third, if it requires social justice against business owner or employer and workers, the proletariat, on working conditions, hygiene and safety, compensation, benefits, job security. In the business side, we have DOLE or DOL. What is DOLE? Department of Labor and Employment. So the DOLE responsible to carry out social justice by mediation and even taking corrective measures. They can even punish even the business owner by giving penalties, damages, or for the worst of the employer, closing his or her business enterprise. That's the power of government in favor to workers' grievances. So no one is above the law. Another social justice. Again, business between business owner and workers on social security issues like retirement, disability, hospitalization, and housing. We have already government agencies that provides Filipino social welfare services through the GSI, through the SSS, which is a social security system, or from government, GSIS, government service insurance system, for housing, home development, mutual fund, call it as Pag-ibig, and for healthcare, the Philippine Health Insurance Corporation, or we call it PhilHealth. So, in terms of money, this SCCs or GSIS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth, these entities are responsible to carry out social justice on social welfare issues demanded by workers, the proletariat, to his, her, to employers, or to the business or owner, bourgeois. So no need to, again to use brute force to demand and to settle issues. On the fifth, if it requires social justice between the disadvantaged, refugees, disabled people, PWD, and the public, we have this WD, Department of Social Welfare and Development. So this WD is responsible to carry out social justice by giving immediate relief to the victims in war or in other natural calamities. Support poorest of the poor children by giving incentives to those willing to continue their schooling. We call this budget as PORPIS. The sixth, it requires social justice between business sectors and consumers and other business stakeholders that may dispute on products and services. We have the SEC and DTI, sole proprietors registered with the DTI, Department of Trade and Industry, and corporations for Security and Exchange Commission. So SEC or DTI is to mediate, analyze the impact of such business industry against the complaints lodged by local consumers, suppliers, and other stakeholders to the corporation or to the other business sectors. So at worst, their business permit will be revoked. Uh, so that's the worst case scenario. So another social justice, the seventh, between local citizens or indigenous people, IPs, against the business industries that may dispute on ecological, environmental issues of the perceived location that the certain business industry planning to establish. So we have the INR, Department of Environmental and Natural Resources. They are responsible to mediate, analyze the impact of such industry in that location against the opposition lodged by the IPs or the local people living in that vicinity. So again, the DNR can give permit to establish that industry or otherwise reject the request for that establishment of industry. And the eighth factor, if it requires social justice between citizens and the government public or the government public servants allegedly committed wrongdoings. So if government employee, can you fight them? Yes. We have the Sandigan Bayan, Ombudsman, the ILG, and so on. So what is the Sandigan Bayan? Sandigan Bayan is a special court of justice established to try and decide criminal and civil cases against government officials and employees, including those in government-owned or controlled corporations, accused of graft and corruption and other offenses committed in relation to the office. The prosecutor for that Sandigan Bayan, we called him or her as a ombudsman. So what is also function of the ILG, the Department of the Interior and Local Government? It promotes peace and order, ensure public safety, and strengthen local government capability to effectively deliver basic services to citizenry. Now, if you are in private and you have to file justice or to another private or corporations, here is it. If requires social justice between the complainant or plaintiff and the accused or defendant, we have DOJ, Department of Justice, belongs to the prosecutor's office or the fiscal, and the PAO, Public Attorney's Office. And also in judiciary system, we have municipal, provincial court, court of appeals, or even up to Supreme Court. So criminal and civil cases will be taken care of these muscles of the state. So even now, the church or the religion governance was reformed. A lot of reformation took place. Nowadays, religious people will help its followers seek advice and refer to concerned government offices mentioned above for their adherence specific problems about land, work conditions, health, and so on. So religious people, they can make like help through referring this to government entities, concerned government entities. So due to Karl Marx socialist ideas, as he explained, the social injustices happen in the past and other contributing factors on formation of socialism ideas. So political and religious leaders opened their minds and took measures to reform government system and give better system, especially on social justice. Thank you, Marvin, for your time watching this video. See you on the next time.